Bethlehem Alemu is a businesswoman first, fashionista second, using ancient Ethiopian crafts to make fashion-forward footwear, employing modern business tools to reach the global market, creating a zero-emission shoe with an ethical business model.
The reason why I start this business is to help my community and to grow up with them, to do something nice for the world.
This week on African Voices, Bethlehem Alemu, founder of Soul Rebels, an African family business that is going global. When you think high-fashion footwear, you don't usually think of Addis Ababa. You probably won't find Jimmy Choos here. The shoes are functional, cheap, designed for the streets of Ethiopia's capital. But don't be fooled. Because it's here in Addis that you can find a company making hip shoes and sandals with names like Knight Rider, New Deal, and Pure Love. The funky footwear is the brainchild of Bethlehem Alemu, accountant turned shoe mogul in the making. So what is this over here?
This is recycled tire. From the old tire, we're collecting the tires, cut them as we want, wash them, and we have got the model that we want for the shoe. So first we trace them on the model and then we cut them. Before long time, people used to wear this kind of shoe, recycled sole tire shoe. So we got the idea from that when we start.
So it's using local material,
100% local material that we are using.
And it's hard work for him.
It is. That is the point. We're wanna keep the craftsmanship in Ethiopia, because if we change all the time, we're gonna lose them. So we're afraid to do not lose them. That's why we're using a lot of hands here. The whole idea of this company is to give the opportunity, a chance to work to the people who doesn't have jobs around this village.
Starting from scratch in 2004, Soul Rebels now has up to 200 people who depend on it for a living at any one time. The company sells directly to major buyers, cutting out the middleman, selling high-end products with iconic American brands like Amazon.com, Whole Foods, Urban Outfitters, and now even boutique storefronts. In this tough economic climate, Soul Rebels has grown into a 7-figure business. But the company got its start in a maligned village near Ethiopia's capital. Zinabwak is on the poorer reaches of Addis, long stigmatized as a place where leprosy sufferers live and seek treatment.
I know that I remember people from that village, when they go to school, they don't tell even they are from that village, because people don't want to shake their hands, they don't want to say hi, they don't talk to them. So it was really scary on that time.
But Alemu's parents worked here, and she worked as an accountant in the local hospital. Her family saw opportunity, not despair.
There is a lot of problems around the village that I grew up. People barely eat their food, but they had a lot of talent. Then we understand if they get the chance to work, they use those talents to do something nice.
And that talent is in cotton. Ethiopia has an ancient tradition of hand-spinning raw cotton and weaving it on manual looms. Their skill gave Alemu inspiration.
When we were kids, they're taking us all the time there. So how they're treating people, how they're greeting them, how they're spending their time with them, we were watching all the time. But those people was really trying hard to do something, like embroidery, ropes, different kinds of rugs. So we were watching them.
So when they decided to start a shoe business, they came straight to Zinabwak, finding a women's group of former leprosy sufferers who produce high-quality cotton fabric.
So we said, if we give these people a job, they can do it, and they're going to pay their bills, because they're going to get paid when they do something. So that's why We want to create a job for the community that we grow up. I'm giving them the chance, the opportunity to work and to earn their own money. And I'm taking whatever they are doing and creating a show of it. For me, it is big thing. I always wanted to give something that I have to the people to share. And now it is the time, even more, to share with them whatever I have. And one thing is, I want to grow up with them. So they are good people, they deserve better. The craftsmanship in Ethiopia have got a long story. So we want to keep those stories and we want to give something different to the world. Because we're about to lose those cultures here in Ethiopia. But if we do something, if we establish something different, we want to keep them. Because the generation gonna change with time. So if the next generation pick up that culture, it's gonna be here for a long time.
Steeped in culture, but thoroughly modern and ready to wear.
Once you get in, it's going to be really nice. Oh, what do you think?
I like that.
It doesn't feel like a new shoe. That's the whole point. Oh, thank you.
Next on African Voices, I put my best foot forward as a shoe model and learn how Africa could lead the way in ethical business.